So it's been a while, yeah. I kind of went on a little hiatus, so I apologize. Everybody was kind of wondering what was going on, if I was still making videos, and it kind of actually meant a lot over this last 6 months or so, people actually being concerned and wondering when the next video is coming through. And I know that not all the videos have tons of views, but the people who watch them, they really enjoyed them, and I enjoyed obviously making them. I kind of had some problems the past I'd say at this point it had been 8 months, and even when I made the last video, I just kind of really didn't want to do it. It felt like work, as bad as that sounds. I just mentally, where I was, and I'm still growing all the time, but where I was at the time compared to when I actually shot the footage of that, it's a night and day difference. Long story short, on this end, I had some issues, like health issues, and I said it in a previous video, I take ADD medicine, and I thought something that was happening to my body that shouldn't be happening to me until I'm 50. I kind of chalked it up to these meds, so I immediately, was like, I don't want to take them anymore. Doctor's like, you can't just stop. So I had to do this weird transition into something else because I was obviously worried about myself. I already tell you guys enough, but that's kind of the gist of it. In that period of time, I've been everybody's got their moods, their depression stages, and it's seasonal depression and whatnot, but the average task, let's say for a human, but yeah, the average task, it took a lot to get it done. I guess what it takes the average person to just be like, oh, that sucks, because I've been lazy before, and I know what laziness is, and I've been lazy, but this was scary because it was beyond laziness. It was it actually was fighting tooth and nail to kind of get the dumbest things done. It started affecting my job, so I went to the doctor, and I had lost from the previous visit, which was a month and a few days before that, I lost 23 pounds, which I was lighter than I've ever been in my, I guess not in my life, but at least since sophomore year in high school. So obviously something was going on there, and I'm still getting them guns back. But yeah, I just was not in a good spot. I tried to escape, and I think that obviously caused a lot of depression. And to luckily when I was younger, and my family's a good example of I have a pretty addictive personality, but I've already been through all that, and I knew resorting to alcohol or drugs would be just counterintuitive, because it would end up making things worse when I was already kind of not happy. I'm better now. Obviously I'm working on myself every day. I'm still trying to do anything I can to better myself and not become a piece of shit that people tell me not to refer to myself as when I do things like I was. But I don't know, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk to people. Kyron was with my friend Stefan, and they FaceTimed me, and they noticed hey man, you kind of look like a skeleton, ghostly, and that was kind of the kick in the ass. Where I was like, okay, well, if your friends are honest with you, I got to get some caffeine real quick, and it's very imperative, so I will be right back, and we'll continue the story. God, they ran out of flavored Red Bulls, and so I had to get a friggin' normal Red Bull like a heathen. So yeah, I was falling into that deep depression, and after having some friends say something about it, that's when I went, and that's when I found out about the malnutrition, and just trying to figure out what it was. I talked to some people, therapist type people and counselors, and it's always the same bullshit, repressed trauma and whatnot. But obviously I do these videos is why I was, oh shit, I need to change my spark plugs. Since recognizing I had an issue going on and talking to my friends like Cody and Kyron and Stefan that kind of just knew I was struggling with myself, I didn't resort to drugs or alcohol, of course. I, for some reason, was trying to pretend that, gaming wasn't just as bad, so, like some sort of escape to get out of, my feelings and get out of my thoughts that I wasn't even sure why I felt the way I did. Oh, this is a depressing song. I like listening to scores of movies like Interstellar and everything, but it's calm. But yeah, so after, I guess, recognizing a few things and talking to some, I guess counselors, not therapists, I realized that besides all the other stuff that they bring up to try to talk about, and me like denying that I have any type of chemical imbalance as far as like, with ADD and whatnot, but there was like articles that I read and then talking to them, like I realized with like my type of personality, I have to, and anybody knows me knows this too, when I find something, I get fixated on it, and I can't, I guess, produce dopamine levels like the average person, so when I do get that feeling, I have to have a lot of it to get, I guess, the same type of warm Christmas feeling as someone else would get. As I got older and life progressed, it started like getting harder and harder to get that feeling of just feel good. What the hell is this person doing? The first thing I did was stop the gaming. Like that was just a non-negotiable, because I was finding ways to get, that little feel-good rush, in a sense that if I wasn't progressing in life where I wanted to be, or whatever is going on, I could progress and be good at something within a fake world, I guess. And that just kind of shows how dangerous it is. For me, like, yeah, I didn't go to drugs and alcohol. For some reason, I forgot that, like, video games, pornography, there's, besides obviously my caffeine and nicotine issues, like, those are just as bad. I've been taking vitamins every day. I have a protein bar, one protein bar at least, and a banana a day. Try to do it earlier in the day, and that's made a difference. But I just think after I realized that some of the unhealthy things I was doing, and that I knew that, summer was coming up, I knew I was going to start fishing again, but I was still kind of in that depressed mode where it's like, oh my God, I'm excited for spawn season. I guess I wasn't excited as I was last year. And so that's when I decided, start with other things. Let's buy a boat. And I bought a little John boat, and it's probably, the boat was cheap, by the way. Like, boat, shout out to you, Ian. That was like a good ass deal. Kind of getting off topic, but point is I started doing like active projects where I'm outside doing stuff, even if I wasn't fishing, which I love to fish. I needed to make sure I had everything I needed to enjoy it as much as I used to, because I'm not a big fan of bank fishing. I gotta be offshore. So I created like a little platform on the boat, painted it, felt good, fucking got that healthy dopamine rush. And then I realized, I love just doing my little do-it-yourself projects. It kind of holds me accountable to when I get home. I'm not just like a long day, stressful day, or whatever went on that day, to just go and hide. When you are down and negative, and even if you're not vocal about it, it's just like a feel, like people sense it. And after I started like feeling better, I keep saying my vocabulary is just shot right now, but typically I can articulate a little bit better. Once things got better for me, I noticed I was attracting things back into my life that I was lacking. Try not to jinx myself, so we'll keep it down. But this last month, I don't know. I don't hate getting up in the morning. I'm not dreading everything that I need to do. I'm just living and enjoying any moments I can, and not stressing over. I still stress all the time. My coworkers can attest to that. I just randomly have these flushed face and nervousness for no reason, but anxiety is always going to be there. That's not going away. it's more manageable now. I'm putting myself in positions and I'm doing things to proactively not let that happen. I'm working on it. I'm still trying to be better. I'm still looking for that next opportunity to better myself within that positive mindset and growth and feeling better and just like enjoying life a little bit more. And it's kind of like one of those like Claritin commercials, if that makes sense. Like everything's like black and white and just like you're living, it's fine. Like I wasn't depressed at this point and I'm just like, you know, wanting to do better. And all of a sudden, you know, I attract this person into my life and then it's like, you know, like vibrant colors start popping again and motivations outside of what I was already working on just started coming into play, and it's a good feeling. I don't know. Goals going forward, obviously stay on this path, keep pursuing, you know, something more, try to be more positive, get things done earlier at work. I've been doing like the compound interest like slight edge thing and just trying to do 1% more every day. But like I think right now, like this is kind of bold to say, but I think I'm kind of at a point where I'm the most like secure, happy, calm that I've been in a long time, like 7 years at least, 5 years. It's just like a peaceful feeling where I can let things roll off my shoulder that before I'd get all high strung and overthink. And I'm just happy about it. I don't know have any other synonyms for happy, but I'm going to promise myself that I put all the footage that I got this last year, which is so much. It's like literally hundreds of hours of fish catches and actual stuff that I wanted to do, and that's why I started the channel. But I just got depressed. But I got to get it off my computer, so you guys are about to see it shortly. Maybe I'll throw some clip at the end on this video just to kind of show you that your boy still got it. But yeah, no, I appreciate everybody within this YouTube channel and then also like people in my life, like my family, my friends, new friends. I love you guys. Like this is me telling you that, you know, I'm back. Like new Mike or Michael is back to not be that I'm back and that God, I can't even do it. I am back. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be more. I'm not gonna be so distant. I'm gonna answer your call when you call or text you and tell you why I'm not answering. But you guys have all touched me in this last year, my whole life, and specifically in this last year during everything that I was going through. Like, you guys had my back, and I need to make sure that I continue on this path. So no matter what comes into your life, if you start feeling the way I did, like, I got you. I know it's easier said than done. I can give advice, but I can't usually take it. But I think recently I know the advice I give, I've been using into my own life, and it's going a lot better now. So I'm pulling up to my house now, so I'm gonna finally let this rambling man die down, put my fishing poles away. Had a good weekend, and there's many more to come. I'm gonna pop this video out tonight. It's 1 o'clock. So, oh shit. 1 o'clock, so I'll be able to get something going for you guys. And like I said, thank you guys. Don't know what I'm gonna use. This might not make any sense, but it's gonna be a good year. All right, bye.